Have you ever eaten this vegetable? It is actually a kind of thing in Hunan. Very popular plants. We call her Sister Jing. It has a very cool and refreshing fragrance. It's also slightly stimulating. If I had to describe its taste based on my impressions, it's actually a bit like mint. Actually, Sister Jing is not only like mint, it belongs to the same family as mint Lamiaceae. When it comes to pituitary adenomas, most people are a little unfamiliar with them. However, this family is actually the 6th largest family in the plant kingdom. As is well known, most of the major science schools have their own unique skills. For example, the eldest son of the Asteraceae family has many scientific and technological elements. The main focus is on comprehensive and balanced nutrition, specifically the 3rd type of legume. High in protein. Mussels are off the charts. The 5th son and undergraduate major grain producers. Hard-made carbohydrates. And Chuanshin Kuo is the 6th oldest. It smells good. Unlike the aroma of spices such as pepper, Sichuan pepper, and nutmeg, its aroma is not so heavy or oily. The second difference is that spices are generally made from fruits, seed bark, mostly dried products. The only edible parts of the purebred are its soft leaves, and it's quite tender. Calling them spices is rather inappropriate. Therefore, we call this type of plant herbs. Pure academic disciplines are one type, a plant that produces a large quantity of herbs. The most famous one is mint. The mint smells good. I think the biggest difference between him and spices is the price. Some spices were very expensive in ancient times. The AI Association can also buy slaves. The genus Mentha contains approximately 30 species. Its distribution is roughly like this. It can be said to be extremely common, like water mint, apple mint, fragrant orchid, wild mint, and other types of mint are very common. Anyone who's ever made mint knows. As long as there is enough moisture, mint basically doesn't need much care. And what about different types of mint? They can also hybridize, cultivating new shapes. What peppermint, ginger, mint, grapefruit, mint, etc. Usually plant hybrid. They may lose their reproductive ability. It's troublesome to grow. But mint is different. They can reproduce asexually, spreading into a large area. What happens after digging it out? The entire underground is covered with mint roots. If you plant it, it's most likely that the weeds will die from the drought. So, what are people's thoughts on the use of mint? I don't really understand it. Highly likely, he started consuming mint before he died. Even wild mint. It also has a unique aroma and taste. Where does the unique flavor of mint come from? In fresh mint leaves. It can contain 0.8 to 1 peppermint essential oil. Peppermint essential oil is naturally a mixture. Of that, 62 to 87 includes menthol. Menthol can activate the tip mate receptor. It makes people feel cold. You should know, generating heat is not a difficult task for people. But knowing if it's cold is very difficult. Mint gives you a jolt. Feeling refreshed. This magical power. Let mint be found in ancient cultures around the world. They are all very important medicinal materials. For example, people abroad use menthol to treat rhinitis. The only person who experienced a headache during their recovery period? Peppermint can be used to treat gum pain, bad breath, itchy skin, and insect bites. In Tang Materia Medica. In books such as the Compendium of Materia Medica, they all record very similar functions. Surprisingly, people all over the world use the same type of traditional herbs. Having the same view, it's clear that mint does indeed have some merit. Modern research also shows peppermint has certain anti-inflammatory and analgesic effects. In modern society, humans extract menthol from peppermint. Its main ingredient is menthol. It is more convenient to use in yushu. In floral water, toothpaste, and chewing gum all have added menthol to enhance flavor. Another major use of mint is for cooking. If you want to eat mint, you have to be selective about the species. If you're making tea or other beverages, you'll need a fragrance basket. Although I brought a basket. But it's not the orchid we talked about last time. What does it taste like? Not that exciting. It can be used to make cocktails and infusions. Peppermint is also known as hot mint. You can tell it's powerful just by listening to it. It is often used to extract menthol. The leaves can also be used to make cold dishes. As for apple mint, it has a fruity aroma similar to pineapple or apple. Lemon mint. It has a citrus scent. And creamy mint. These mints sound sweet at first. They are better suited for making tea or salads. What about the eastern region? I like to use mint with lamb as a spice. Indians also like to add mint to their large pots. After all, fragrance primarily refers to its practical value. But if we only consider basil in terms of its culinary uses, it's even purer than mint. Basil smells good. It originated in Africa, tropical regions of Southeast Asia, but it became Italian cuisine, an essential part of French cuisine. Basil, a common food among the locals of Laozhou, called Tianai basil. How sweet is its taste? It has a flavor of cloves, mint, and fennel. Do you love basil? As a branch of Tianlulu, it can be made into a famous name. Please explain. Basil and garlic. Coarse salt and pine nuts ground and crushed. Adding olive oil and dried cheese will make it. A careful separation. An improved version of the fine pen paddle has been launched. Use tomatoes instead of pine nuts. Therefore, its appearance is red. The tiny seeds of the roe deer are also edible. Soak it in water. They all gradually swelled into a gel-like state. Faroda, a beverage from India and surrounding regions. It's just basil seeds and rose syrup, made with ice cream. If you viewers in front of the screen were to develop this properly, maybe you'll be the next founder of Snow King. Around 500 AD. Basil has already been introduced to my country, like spinach and lettuce. Exchange students in the same year. What about Rome in China? It may have come from India, so this name also has a curry flavor. In the country, it's also known as the 90-year pagoda, which is said to be invaluable. To avoid the world's second greatest emperor, sure less famous meeting. Basil is also called orchid fragrance, besides being used as a seasoning. In ancient times, basil was also considered to have medicinal value. Li Shizhen once wrote in the outline of this play, basil is also known as a single herb. In short, it can be used to treat eye diseases. Basil also has many unrecognizable variations. For example, the purple day and night morrow. It has a high degree of visual appeal. Shrub basil is small and can be used as a potted plant. It has a peppery aroma. African basil. Purple flowers and green leaves complement each other. It is both functional and aesthetically pleasing. And the leaves are super big. Basil in a cramped apartment, her elbow pointing outwards. If I had to say what the most basil Eve ever eaten is, that must be the economy. Sister Jing, although her name is Sister Jing. But it is essentially a type of basil. To be precise, it is a hybrid of basil and gray basil. The formal title of the essay is Combing Fluffy Basil. Let's look at the base of its leaves and the petiole. There are indeed some downy hairs. Some calligraphers believe that he is Southeast Asia. Lemon radish eaten in Indonesia. Actually, the classic taste. It doesn't have that minty cool feeling. However, it has a certain fragrance. It does have a bit of a lemon flavor. My practical application and seeds in economics. But he's an old hand. When the economy is heavy, make sure it doesn't bloom white flowers. Otherwise, its leaves will become hard and small, usually when they've grown to about the same size. You should cut it off like you would cut leeks. The more molecules there are, the more molecules there are. On the contrary, the more you can eat. Those who have the means can try planting it, since the so-called realm is a type of basil. Indeed, the field of mental cultivation has its limits. who truly embodies the realm of existence. Catnip is one of the true realms, even more exaggerated than humans' preference for mint. Cats are even more obsessed with the catnip from the border mouse. After smelling it, they'll roll around, scratch, and drool. The reason is that catnip contains two types of substances. One type is Huishimi type of traditional Chinese medicine. It has mosquito repellent properties. The second category is seminal lactones. It can activate the cat's body. Secretion of peptides within the cup tower. Make cats happy. It has a similar effect to Mafe. In other words, it's science. Approximately 2/3 of adult cats respond to catnip. If the tiger is allowed to roam freely, cougars and other predators smelled this scent. They also react similarly to cats. Hey, is a big cat still a cat? As a herb, large Lamiaceae. It's definitely not just catnip. In the Lamiaceae family, rosemary is the second most popular herb after basil. Rosemary smells good. It smells warm and peppery, with a faint pine scent. When people mention rosemary, they often think of European cuisine, the place of origin of rosemary. Indeed, near the Mediterranean Sea, Europe lacks spices. But rosemary is very generous, hardy, and drought-resistant. His English name is Rosemary. It is composed of the Latin word for dew plus the word for sea. He only needs to say, "The fog brought by the sea breeze can survive." Moreover, rosemary is also very tall. Can find someone taller than a person. After all, rosemary is not a grass but a shrub. If you've been growing rosemary for a long time, they will slowly paint wooden characters. So, what about rosemary, this kind of herb? It can actually also be used as a green belt. As for how to use it, it's very simple and straightforward. Cut off a portion directly. Sprinkle it in when you're frying the steak and lamb. It can add an irresistible aroma to meat. Earlier classification methods believed that rosemary belongs to the rosemary mouse family. But now he's sick with the sage mouse. The sage mouse is a very interesting mouse. Its stamens are very long and well-developed, forming a lever for the stamens. When the passer stepped into the pollen, the lever will then fall. Pollen clusters were installed on the backs of the passers. This machine, known as a leverback pollinator, it has the style of an orchid. When the flowers are older or have already been pollinated, the stigma connected to the fat, it will also bend into an arc. The pollen gets on the back of the pollinator. Because the different passers are of different heights, the parts of the body that get pollen are also different. The column head will often bump into the cloth. Pollen on the back of the passer. Due to the sage, these errors will often cause problems. Incompatible with pollen. Species isolation can easily occur. There are also some abstract distributors. I'm too stupid to get the nectar. Let's just use brute force. Bit open the pollen from the back. It doesn't spread any fragrances at all. Drinking water is like licking a well. Complex pollination mechanism. This gives rise to over 900 species of sage rats. These diverse varieties of sage. Besides, you can cut a handful to use as a seasoning for barbecue. Another important use is to close the connection. The original species of sage that grows into a pet. It can be said that there are countless. Many people have probably seen this kind of red hanging item. His name is Yilianhong. Most of the time it's bright red, very festive. Therefore, it is also called firecracker flower. If you pick its flower and take a bite, you might be able to catch the nectar that ground squirrels love to eat. The red and white ones are cherry sage, the natural sage that complements the sky on your body. The mysterious and aloof thing is the deep blue sage. Leaf colors converge simultaneously. Purple, white, and green are pansies. It will also grow various colorful patches. At first glance, like colorful sage used to finish a drawing board. Among sages, the more vibrant the color, the brighter the taste, the milder it becomes. Sage also has unexpected uses. You see, Good turf means faster growth. Small area. Therefore, they can be planted very densely. Moreover, a large cluster of flowers can grow from the top. Where there are flowers, there will be fruit. The fruit of cooked grass. Isn't that just grass seed? Aztecs of South America. Planting kaola sage, flying pigeon sage, etc., and collect their seeds as food. Chia seeds. In Aztec, chia seeds are second only to corn and potatoes in importance, like basil seeds. After soaking chia seeds in warm water for 20 minutes, it can absorb 12 times its own weight in water, swelling into a gel-like state, just like the pearls in a bubble tea tart. In short, what about the gel produced after grinding? You can also make vegetarian cakes, because the heat is very low after soaking in water. Chia seeds are also often used as a meal replacement for weight loss. But it is not a mainstream food after all. If you consume too much in a day, this may lead to intestinal dysfunction, randomly selected constipated, or diarrhea. If you didn't finish the chia seeds, pour it into the flower pot. You'll find he has a very strong vitality. Surprisingly, many new buds have sprouted. So some manufacturers started making toys. Then stuff it with chia seeds. After watering, chia seeds will make wuku grow hair as soon as they sprout. What's the point of all this? Sage has another function. It's thanks to its copper-shelled lavender that it's grown in the same hometown. What comes to mind when you think of lavender? Windmill sunset. Provence. Yes, it's lavender. Indeed, they are widely distributed in the Mediterranean region, especially when there is plenty of sunshine. This is especially true in open areas at higher altitudes. Provence, Hokkaido, and Ili, Xinjiang. It is one of the world's 3 major lavender-producing areas. Lavender smells good. Its fragrance. The leaves are also very fragrant. She's good-looking, whether domestically or internationally. You search for lavender. There are always so many. TV dramas related to love, etc. It is clear that lavender is popular all over the world. Lavender is also kind to those who spread rumors. It is an important nectar source plant. Bees can use it to make. Elements love lavender honey. Certainly. Lavender can also be added to food as a seasoning, because lavender itself is very fragrant. Therefore, from the ancient Roman period, locals go to the laundry center for a scrub. Just add lavender. What happens after the lavender flowers dry? He still smells good, and the fragrance is long-lasting. You can put it in the room. Improve your character. Besides adding fragrance to clothes, placing it in the closet can also make them smell nice. It also has a certain insect-repelling effect. Otherwise, how could it be called lavender? From modern times onwards, to utilize the fragrance of lavender, there is a more advanced method. That's lavender essential oil. Although there are about 40 species in the genus Lavender, but it's planted in large quantities. That is lavender leaf, lavender head, lavender in a small tent, Egyptian lavender, etc. Among them, the most suitable for extracting essential oils is. It is lavender leaf. It should be done before the flowers are fully open. After using the harvesting array, you can get lavender essential oil. It is widely used in directional therapy. It can reduce anxiety, the effect of relaxation and sleep. I do not have permission to handle matters related to medical issues. I won't go into details here. Carrie also has a famous edible herb. The name is outrageous. It's called thyme. Thyme potatoes have a strong ability to spread. Before his wooden calligraphy and painting, the more leaves you pick, the more branches they will develop. Especially ground cover thyme. The pillow creeps along the ground, forming an electric structure. It's very beautiful after the chamomile flowers bloom. Therefore, it is also used as a greening crop. If basil is the king of herbs in the Western Hills, the second oldest is the electric incense. Thyme must be the third oldest. Thyme smells very good, a peppery taste. But what does it taste like? It has a slightly spicy and stimulating sensation with cloves and mint. Moreover, the entire plant is very fragrant. But thyme isn't just a simple fragrance. It has a distinctive fragrance. Its fragrance. It won't overpower the aroma of other spices. Instead, they will complement each other. Rosemary is good at roasting. And the racetrack for thyme is the one where it's boiled. Generally, only the big brother spice can be seen cooking. Thyme, it just so happens to be able to withstand a beating. It gets more fragrant the longer it's cooked. Therefore, thyme is used in Spanish cuisine. It's very popular in Mexican food or beef stew. It would be even better with some beef. You heard me right. Beef is also a type of herb, also known as pizza grass. However, it's different from other light vanilla flavors. Beef flavor. More rugged and stimulating. Even after drying, the fragrance won't be reduced much. Suitable for fennel. Chili sauce combined. Used for grilling, making soup, etc. Therefore, in the cuisine of southern Italy, Latin American cuisine, in these spicy and strongly flavored dishes, very popular. It can be said that the work involves dried herbs and spices, beef-based potatoes, and some herbs that aren't called beef-based. For example, mayulan. Its flavor is sweeter and smoother. It's more popular in northern Italy. There are also some plants that are not made from cows, but are called cow-made. For example, Cuban beef products. Actually, it is a species of the family Cinnamomum cassia. What number of leaves? Pigmentation is very likely to occur. Therefore, they will be cultivated as ornamental species, like coleus. After cultivation, powder will appear. Purple, red, blue, and other colors. There are many patterns and combinations. In the market, some people also call it brocade perilla. Jean Ma Chao is Ma Chao. But Perilla is a different species altogether. Perilla looks very strange. His leaves are very big. It smells a bit like the iridescent scent I mentioned before. It smells like fennel, the feeling of cumin, but it still has the freshness of fresh plants. This seemingly ordinary herb, actually in the order vertical, he is a hidden master like a sweeping monk. Unlike other relatives of pure academics, Perilla, not just native Asian herbs. It is still the only seedling of the pure new Perilla sweet potato. Perilla as a local herb. In my country, it actually holds a very high literary status, as a plant that can be found everywhere. The variant of Perilla, white Perilla, is called human Perilla. The ancients often said that time flies. It describes the changing cycle of life and death of white pastry, as fleeting as a white horse flashing past. This gives white pastry its flavor, with a touch of melancholy in its humanistic tone. The so-called human dying winter and spring fade. Pay attention to the changing seasons. Perilla, the radiant herb of the East. We usually classify Perilla into these types. The purple one is called Perilla. A fruit that is green on both sides is called white Perilla. The leaves have many serrations on the edges. The one that looks like a rooster's comb is called hui su. Compared to the various Mediterranean herbs mentioned earlier, Perilla has been used in countless creative ways by Asians. Where are his leaves? It can be rolled up and eaten raw. Pairing it with seafood can also effectively enhance the aroma. In China, people love to use Perilla. Eat with crab and other seafood. It is said to neutralize toxins in seafood. This technique later spread to Japan and South Korea. They used it to pair with various sushi and sashimi. Koreans, on the other hand, like to use them to make kimchi. The Japanese, on the other hand, wrap it in dough and fry it. Make a talent screw. One bomb every 3 to 5 days. I've been eating steamed buns for over a year. In addition, there are also pan-fried Perilla leaves and stir-fried Perilla, Perilla ice cream, etc. Besides eating it directly. What about Perilla leaves? It is also frequently used as a natural pigment. For example, the previous rose cry. In Japan, pickled plums are often eaten with rice. Actually, it's yellow right after marinating. It only turns red after being dyed with grayish-gray pigment. Perilla seeds are also very popular. Sometimes they're called fly seeds or crisp seeds. When ground into powder, it makes a great dessert ingredient. In the South, perilla seeds are used as filling. Guandubaba made. Perilla sugar made by adding it directly to the fish pond. It's also very popular in South Korea. If you take the perilla seeds to press oil, you can get very fragrant oil. Not only can it be used directly for stir-frying, it can also be lit to make an oil lamp. It is said that the father-in-law in the county town was caught in a trap. They originally made a living by selling perilla lamp oil. The reason why perilla is so popular, thanks to the perilla spring contained within his body. This volatile oil content, it brought him a unique fragrance. Paralleldehyde extracted from perilla spring. It is also a highly effective sweetener. It's 2,000 times sweeter than normal. However, it has a very bitter aftertaste. Therefore, they failed to become qualified agent sugar. But in Japan, there are still manufacturers. They would put perilla alkali into cigarettes. Add some sweetness. It can be considered as admiring sports. If you think cherry-flavored Coca-Cola is extremely anti-human, actually, PepsiCo. They also once released a perilla-flavored cola in Japan. It looks like an apple flavor, the same as every year. I wonder how it tastes. Will it have that unique lingering aroma? Strangely, wild perilla contains a large amount of perilla ketone. Cattle and horses will develop pulmonary edema if they eat it. Wild cattle and horses keep their distance from perilla. City dwellers and animals find perilla to be a sweet treat. It really goes against intuition. If you feel tired in your life, try some herbal plants. Their flowers grow on the leaves opposite the deep leaves. Excellent ring-shaped ring, because the upper and lower wheels are close together. Sometimes it looks like it has grown ears of grain. This type of fluff is called umbrella fluff. Congratulations! It is very likely a species of the Lamiaceae family. What surprises did the Lamiaceae family bring to China? It's much more than just door-to-door delivery. There are also names to hear. It looks like a paraquat-like herb. In fact, it is one of the main ingredients of Guangzhou herbal tea. Summer hibiscus makes a delicious herbal tea. The name is different mother. Motherwort is not suitable for pregnant women. There's also the righteous and dampness dispelling, heat-relieving Agastache rugosa. His name is Mori, but he belongs to the single sage family. From the prehistoric all-purpose mint, ancient delicacy perilla. Now, the dreamy and romantic lavender. Fragrant herbs. Chuanshin Ke failed to perceive the aura of others. While serving as a seasoning, its own light fragrance balances out any future greasiness. It can even sense the cold sensations rarely found in nature. Possessing such precious characteristics, they often do not need to import. The conditions are usually not demanding. Even picking directly from the wild can yield valuable results. Even able to tolerate pollution. Serving as a green belt. Noble character. Low price. Chungsink does not reject any of us.